Good evening and welcome to the TerryTracker channel. Tonight we're at Universal's Halloween Horror Nights. We're doing the Stay & Scream, so we're just hanging on for it to open in about 20 minutes time. I can't film in the houses, but I will tell you all about the houses and what they're like when we come out and give you a rating. And obviously we're going to be trying the food, but I can film in the scare zones as well. So there'll be lots and lots of scare zone filming. Well, we're heading down to the first houses. They open up in 15 minutes time. There's two houses down here. So there's Goblin Feast and Universal Monsters Eternal Bloodlines. I think we're going to go on Goblin first and then we'll go on to Universal Monsters afterwards. It's so cool seeing all the backstage areas of Universal and the sound stages where the houses are. So this is going to be our first one, Goblin's Feast. So they've set up the queue lines differently to what they did 2 years ago, the last time we were here. They've got the queue lines together and I think they come out pretty close to the start again, which is a better idea. But look at all these back and forth switchbacks. Imagine this when it's really full. Luckily, we got Express. Okay, this is the start of our first house. I will put you down and I'll speak to you when we get on the other side. Okay, our first house, Goblin Feast. It's probably one of the lightest houses I've went through. It was a good length, quite long.
That's what she said.
Michael, please. Please.
But because it was so light, there wasn't that many scares. Or I didn't get scared that much. Next up, we'll have Universal Monsters Eternal Bloodlines. Universal Monsters Eternal Bloodlines. So these scare houses seem to be in purpose-built buildings just for these, not reused sound stages, etc. So that house was much better. It was darker and had more scares in it. Again, it was a nice long one to walk through. So let's see what the next one is. And I'm not sure if the mic is picking it up, but there's a big storm happening just over the back. Very dramatic for a Halloween Horror Night, but we're starting to get wet. Next up, we've got Slaughter Cinema 2, and it's sin as in sin, not cinema. Yeah. This one's smoky. There's supposed to be a projection on that screen which you can just pick out, but it's too late at the moment.
I know. I don't know what I'm saying. I already know everything. I just want you to admit it. Please. For goodness sake. Maybe this.
Again, that house was good. I didn't get any real big scares, so maybe I just had a bad round, because sometimes you get that and you kind of fall in between the scare actors doing their thing. I will, however, admit there was a sign for a horror film, a shark horror film, called Blood and Chum. That's Blood and Chum. I read it as something else. Blood and something else that sounds like chum. And I thought, are you sure it's a horror film? It sounds like a pretty good time to me. Just at the wrong time, if you know what I mean. Okay, the next house we're going into is the museum, Deadly Exhibits. And that storm's still throwing it.
Western Europe has hundreds of years of movement about. The rotting stone has the central storage for centuries.
I reckon it's just me. I think I'm getting immune to these houses because so far I haven't gotten a really big scare. Again, in that one it was quite fun walking through. I had no real moments, if you know what I mean. There was lots of good effects, disappearing walls and things. You'll have to go in and see what I mean by that. But yeah, still no real kind of things. Tacos. Donuts. We need to go back, Marty. Back to the future. So the Slaughter Cinema 2 specialty food is a summer camp dog, which is a deep fried all beef Nathan's hot dog topped with Tocitos Rancho cheese, baked beans, pepper relish, and Cheetos. And the specialty beverage is a Shirley Black, which is a cafe vodka raspberry, Rothman and Winter, orchard cherry liquor, cherry tart syrup, lemon juice, blueberry poppin' boba, and Sprite. That has a lot of things in it. And if you want a 20-ounce souvenir cup, that is $17.50, and you can refill them at $13.50. But of course, Halloween Horror Nights is not complete without pizza fries. So guess what we're getting? Pizza fries! There's the pizza fries loaded into the pizza oven. Whoop whoop, pizza fry soup. Yeah. So here we go, this is the staple of Halloween Horror Nights. It is not complete without pizza fries. So you have your fries, melted cheese, pepperoni, sausage, and I believe herbs on the top of it. Well, since we're in Florida, herbs. Ooh, I forgot to add marinara sauce. And that's them done. They are rather expensive for what you get, but we are in a theme park and we are at a special event. They are $11.99 each, plus sales tax. All right, now it's time to get back to the horror night. Hopefully it gets dark soon because, hey, you're now on YouTube. Anywho, hopefully it gets dark soon so that it gets a bit more atmospheric. Sorry, you're going a bit bright there. There you go. Because at the minute, it's a little bit too bright. So we're about to head through our first scare zone, which is Swamp of the Undead. I think we're swimming up tide here. Like I say, it's still a little bit late for the scare zones, but we'll come back when it's darker. I think he's been eating beans. What do you reckon? He's a bit gassy. Yeah, they don't have quite the same effect during the day, do they? Sausages? It's a mighty fine boner you've got there. Like I say, we'll come back after dark where the scare zones are going to come alive or dead or yeah. El Mercado de los Monstruos. So here we have heartbeat tostada, spinal column pinchos, pork carne sierra, chocolate tres leches. And the specialty beverage is the I can't say that. Well, I've decided, because I can't say it, the Depredadora, I'm going to get one. He's got a little bit of something on his, yeah. So this drink has a lot of things in it, which I can't pronounce. So yeah, that's what's in it. So there you go, that's what it looks like. It is supposed to have pomegranate seeds on the top, but I guess she ran out because I don't have none. So let's give it a go. Straight up alcohol. Pineapple-y, but spicy. Maybe that's what the things I couldn't read were. Spicy. It's like a proper hit in the back of the throat burn. And Emma's just had a go. Do you see what I mean? And of course, since it's Halloween Horror Nights, they turn off the R and the V and make it into Mel's dying. And now we're going to head to the next scare zone. Again, it's a little bit too light for it. And this one is Demon Queens. I wonder if they would like a drink. Drink? Nearly. I think she realized how spicy it is. Hi. She nearly took my drink. I'm being watched. I think they want my drink. They want the drink. And there's more around this side. She's got her eye on you. Evening. Ellie, she's got her eye on you, but which one? Ellie, well done at staying still. No? Because the saws are made by still. No? Okay. The next house we're going through is Monstrous, the Monsters of Latin America. Heading down the express lane. Look at the switchbacks in the standard entrance. Wow. And still the queue goes on. Can you imagine this on Saturday night when it's at capacity? No, thank you. Well, that was the best house of the night so far. All the way through, I was kind of skipping the scares, and they were happening in front of me, they were happening behind me, and I was going, oh, it's happening again. But then two big ones got me. And when I say big ones got me, they proper got me. So Emma has gotten a Veil of Shadows specialty beverage, which is White Claw Black Cherry Vodka, De Coupe Creme de Cassis, blackberry syrup, pineapple juice, sour mix, and a black licorice candy veil on the top. And let's see what it's like. Is it good? Is it good? Is it good? Is it good?
That's not, yes, I like
It's
that.
good.
I can smell the liquid, which I don't like.
Let me have a
but-
slurp. It's good.
But I need rid of that.
It's better than mine because mine's too spicy. Next house we're going to go into is a quiet place. This one seems quite busy. It's a 40-minute wait, but obviously we have the express pass. Now, 2 years ago, the last time we were at Universal Studios, this was the Monsters Cafe, and now it's Minions. Well, that was a pretty cool house. A few good scares in it. A nice long one to walk through. But the line, oh my God, if you're in a standard line, that's a long one. Next up, we've got the house I'll be looking forward to. Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Ghostbusters was a cool house. There's one part in it which makes you feel like you really have just stepped outside. And it's snowing and doing all this kind of good stuff. That was a cool house. I got stuck in between scares again on part of it, so I didn't get that many scares, but it was just well done. The next house we're going into is Insidious, and this one has the longest wait line so far of 60 minutes. The New York Public Library, aka the Ghostbuster Library, is fully lit up for the night. So we've just got done with Insidious, and that was the scariest one of tonight. And Emma got all the scares, like all the scares. I think she may have peed herself. Are you sure? She did. Next up, we have the Triplets of Terror. Okay, we've just got done with Triplets of Terror. Shouldn't be called Terror, because it wasn't very terrifying. Anywho, we're going to go through another scare zone, if you can hear me, and then go to our last house of the evening. So here we go. This one is Torture Fair. So here it is. This is the 10th and final house of the evening. Major Sweets Candy Factory. Well, I like that scare house. There was lots of things happening all the time. There didn't seem to be any sort of like downtime in it. So it was like actor after actor after actor. It was good. And it brings you right out into Blumhouse, the scare zone. And a little Easter egg. They changed the candy store, which is here all the time, into Major Sweets Candy Company.
Things are working.
Uh-oh.
The key.
Back through the swamp. It looks a little different now. It looks a lot different to what it did before, when it was still light.
Yes, all of your fears. All of them will fuel me for all time. I'm invading each and every one of your darkest fears and culminating them within this world. All of those things that you used to see in the dark corners of your rooms, all of them exist here, within this realm, waiting for each fears and bring them to me. Yes, all of my lovely queens. Each and every one of them coming for your darkest thoughts.
So there you have it. That was Halloween Horror Nights 33 here in 2024. Yeah, it's confusing. Never mind. Anywho, we've done all the houses. Really good. We're going to come back another time and do more of the houses. Well, do the houses again and make sure we catch some of the shows that we didn't manage to catch tonight. With the Universal globe behind me. See you on the next one. Now it's time to do your job.